summer in last year summer, I traveled to China, Beijing, and while I was there at my teacher's studio, Mr. Sun, I spent a lot of time learning Chinese calligraphy and about Chinese history and Chinese art, just 文化. And I tried, as an American, it's a little hard because I didn't go through the same training. I didn't go through those years of practicing and even learning Chinese. I can't read Chinese, but I tried to understand it as an artist. And so through that, I tried to have a bridge with my Chinese heritage and use that in my artwork. So some of my recent work has that attention to line quality, to the way that the Chinese would use 国画 or 就是线 and
线条。
对对对 and use that in my work to relate it more to Chinese and taking it as my own personal interpretation because I am an American. I have studied Western art for a very long time, so combining the two.
对，你觉得你受到了中国国画这个线条的这个影响，然后在北京居住过。
对，
在北京居住多长时间？对北京的感受是什么
I stayed there in Beijing I was there for about 2 or 3 months. For the first month and a half I was in a group traveling around with second generation, 海外的小孩. And then the last month and a half I was at Mr. Sun's 草场地 in his studio, and that's where I was studying, different cultures. And I think the two experiences were very good because the first part was the National Cultural Center was teaching us about Chinese history and about all of the different things that China has, these national treasures, and the way that as second generation, either English people or French or Scottish or Americans, coming back to their roots and learning about China. And then the second part where I got to kind of delve into the art world and to discover my own heritage.
就是在北京居住那段时间，对你的这个绘画的学习它是一个很重要的一个过程。然后尤其是中国绘画的线条。
Yes.
对。那你觉得就是如果你没有去中国的话，你在你的绘画上的话，就是说，它的这个我不太明白啊，就是说，这个西方的画跟中国画它这个线条有什么不一样
In Western painting or art, the line is not very important. It's kind of a second, it's like a later thought. More so, Western art is about color and composition. It's not so much about lines because when we write in English, we don't pay attention to the quality of the line anymore. We used to. It's called calligraphy. So it used to be very important, and then now it's with the age of texting and computers, the line isn't important at all. I don't think. But in Chinese